us. How can you be so patient? How do you keep on waiting? How do you keep on blessing in the midst of my sin? How do you love like that? Your supernatural love for me. How do you love like that? Enough to suffer brutality. It's a love greater than a mother. It's a love that's given by no other. How can you be so tolerant? Forgive my mistake in spite of it. How could you look beyond every fault and see all my good inside of it? In the history of my being, I never felt love so deep without a reason. Out of all the feelings I've experienced, I can't explain what is given. Love like that, supernatural love for me. Love like that, enough to suffer scrutiny. Oh yeah, it's a love greater than a mother's. Love like that, it's a love given by no other. Now they can research all the books of old, but they won't find a better story told. A love that'll make you give up yourself. They won't find a better expression from nobody else but you. How could you do it? How could you do it? Everything you had to go through. Thank you, Lord. It's a love greater than a mother. I don't get it, but I need it. I'm indebted and I mean it. Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm hoping that it's working now. I don't know for sure still. I think so. I think the internet is good now. Should be. I need y'all to let me know if you can hear me wherever you are. So if you're on IG, let me know. If you are on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, let me know. Just type audio good in the chat. Let me know before I continue, because I don't want to attempt to record this content and my internet is shit. So please type in the chat and let me know. Got some important information to cover in the stream. Let me know, please. So I'm gonna wait until somebody responds, because if nobody's responding, then that means that y'all can't hear me still. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna just come back another day. But if audio's good, type audio good in the chat. Try it on YouTube. You're telling me to try it on YouTube? I'm not sure what you mean. If you're on YouTube, can you hear the audio? Is my question. Can you hear the audio? So wherever you are, just type in the chat. It's showing that I'm live from my end. So if you guys are good, then I'll continue. If not, then I'll stop. Okay. All right. So audio's good. All right, cool. All right, we'll continue. So this is let's talk about Hex Baby Volume 6. So I haven't done a Hex stream in a while. Intentionally. I've been just waiting, excuse me, and allowing time to go by before I come back on with the next stream. So I think that right now is a good time to talk about some things. So the title today for this stream is going to be "The Gains Are Made from the Pain." I'm going to talk about some good stuff. The gains are made from the pain. Now, some of you who have been following along with what I've been doing, which is buying HEX and also the coins inside of the HEX ecosystem. And as a matter of fact, let me enlarging. What the hell is that? Let me enlarge this page here so that you guys can see it a little closer. Let me see how you make this bigger. I want to use this one. Let me see this layout. Is that the one I want to use? You know what? We'll use this one. We'll use this one a little bit too, just to make it bigger. Zoom in a little bit. All right, that's a little bigger. All right, let me see how that looks. All right, I think y'all can see that a little better. But it looks like the top is a little cut off. Let me switch this layout. I don't really like this layout. Let me switch this to this. Okay, like this one better. All right, cool. If you're on Instagram, I know that you cannot watch or see what's going on my screen. But if you go to the YouTube channel for TeamAlliance, you can actually see what I'm looking at on the screen. On IG, you'll only be able to hear me. But anyway, so this site, gopulse.com, this is an excellent site for keeping track of information regarding HEX, Pulse, PulseX, basically all of the coins within the HEX ecosystem. If you've been following along with what I've been doing, you'll know that I've been buying HEX since February, March of this year. And when I first began to accumulate HEX, HEX was just HEX by itself, meaning that we didn't have Pulse, which is the new blockchain that was launched to improve HEX, meaning that the original HEX was built on top of Ethereum. And you guys that are kind of lost with what I might be referring to or what I'm talking about, go back and watch the HEX streams before this so that you can kind of get a solid understanding of the things that I'm talking about in this stream today. In this stream that I'm doing right now. You're going to have to go back so that you understand and can keep up, okay? So don't worry if you don't understand everything I'm talking about. It's cool. Within HEX, HEX was by itself. We didn't have Pulse. We didn't have PulseX yet. Excuse me. There was no incentive token. All of these tokens now, you can see they're all on this page that we're looking at. So you can see Pulse up at the top left. PulseX is over to the left underneath that. Then the one that's in the middle, that's the incentive token or INC. And then to the right of that is HEX. Now, currently we have HEX on 2 blockchains. HEX is on Ethereum and HEX is on PulseChain. Now, remember that PulseChain just launched in May of this year. I think it was May 12th, if I'm not mistaken. PulseChain launched. And when PulseChain launched, what happened with every coin that you owned on Ethereum, the exact copy of what you had on Ethereum came over to the PulseChain blockchain when PulseChain launched. So what we ended up with is HEX on Ethereum, HEX on PulseChain, in addition to I see the internet acting stupid, but y'all just stick with me. And I hope that this is going through because I don't want to just be talking for nothing. But anyway, so HEX, as I was saying before the internet started acting stupid, HEX exists now on 2 blockchains, Ethereum and PulseChain. And in addition to having HEX, when PulseChain launched, we also had the addition of a PulseChain token or PulseChain coin and also PulseX as a token, PulseX as a coin. So these are 2 additional coins that were added onto the PulseChain blockchain in addition to every other coin that copied over from Ethereum. So you'll just try to keep up with what I'm saying. Everything that existed on Ethereum was copied over to PulseChain because that's what PulseChain is. PulseChain is a copy or a fork of everything on the Ethereum network. The difference is the fees on the PulseChain network are significantly lower than the fees on Ethereum. And that's because there is more. Well, first of all, PulseChain is a newer blockchain. So the fees are lower because everything is just less. Like it's multiplied lower. So you got prices are lower, like the price of HEX and the price of Pulse and PulseX. All the prices of all of these tokens are lower because there is more liquidity in each of the coins because they are new coins that launched on PulseChain blockchain. So I don't want to get all technical and stuff because then I know I'll lose a lot of people trying to do that. I don't want to be too technical, but I'm just trying to explain the dynamic. So basically, now what we're left with, we have multiple coins that we can accumulate that are all connected inside of the HEX ecosystem. And I keep saying HEX ecosystem because everything that we have now is because of HEX. I don't want you guys to lose sight of why all of this is going on now and what you should be doing and looking at. And really what I'm doing is I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm explaining what it is that I'm doing and how I'm thinking and how I'm seeing all of this. Okay? So HEX is the reason that we even have PulseChain, which is also the reason that we have PulseX, because PulseChain is a blockchain, which is a copy of Ethereum intended to make the fees lower for all of the coins that exist and that trade on Ethereum. They all exist and trade on PulseChain because PulseChain copied them over. So the same functionality, the same code of every coin and everything operating on Ethereum, all of those coins, all of those tokens are on PulseChain. Same code. The difference is that it's on a different separate blockchain called PulseChain, but it's the exact codes that are functioning the same way that the codes are functioning on Ethereum. What happens is a lot of people that are trading these coins on Ethereum, they don't even know that the same coin they have there, they have a copy of that on PulseChain. Pay attention, because this is what happened with HEX. HEX is a coin that was where? On Ethereum. So when PulseChain launched, we got a copy of HEX on PulseChain, along with any other coin that you had from Ethereum. So whatever you had on Ethereum was copied over, meaning the same amount of coins that you already had on the Ethereum network, that coin and the amount that you had was copied over to PulseChain. And there are entire communities of people that are in a coin, like Pepe or what's another one? Av. There are these coins that existed or that still exist on Ethereum. People have an exact copy of the same number of coins that they had before PulseChain launched. It's over on PulseChain too. There's people right now that bought HEX. They have a copy of HEX on PulseChain too. Some people don't even realize that. But anyway, these streams are they're intended to help you become educated. When I see this internet act up, I'm a pause. It's acting up a little bit. I think it came back. So anyway, people are not even aware that they have a copy of whatever they had on Ethereum on the PulseChain network. So anyway, eventually people will become aware. More and more people will begin to use PulseChain because it's a blockchain where the fees are lower for the same tokens that they have on Ethereum. Now, as far as what's happening with prices of these tokens on PulseChain and even HEX on Ethereum, I can use that as an example as well. I'm going to talk about this because this is a part of everything that we're doing. And I want you to understand that the opportunity was already significant when even I first started buying HEX. I did it with the intention of owning HEX going into the future. I didn't start buying HEX because I thought it was going to go up in a couple of months. I didn't start buying HEX because I'm thinking, I'm going to get a 20x or 30x on my money. This is not why I bought HEX. This is not why I still buy HEX. This is not why I'm buying PulseChain or PulseX. The reason that I'm buying and accumulating these coins is because I understand crypto. I understand crypto. You have to understand that in crypto, you have major volatility, meaning extreme price movement up and down. So you have instances where a coin will lose 95, 96, 98, 99% of its price value relative to the highest price that it's been at. In crypto, the volatility is so crazy, a coin can lose 99% of its value during a bear market. And this is normal. And you have to understand that this dynamic is where the opportunity is. And I've been talking about this from day one. Now, I'm not a magician. I can't forecast the future. I don't know where prices are going. But I'm not taking action based on what I think price is going to do. I'm taking action based on the opportunity as it comes. So this is what I've been doing over time. Ever since I've been in HEX, ever since I've been buying HEX, I'm always in my mind thinking of accumulating as much of it as I can. Meaning I want my bag to be as big as it possibly can in preparation for when the bull market comes back. Now I understand, and I've understood this ever since I've been buying HEX, that we are in a bear market. And in the bear market, the volatility can be tremendous. Meaning, like I said a moment ago, you can have a coin lose 99% of its value. Literally. And let me see what I can actually bring up just as a comparison real quick. I just want to take a quick look. If I look at Ethereum, yeah, I'll use Ethereum. Let me just look at this real quick. No, I don't want no cookies on this site. That's what's slowing down my system, all these cookies I got. All right, let me go back and look at early Ethereum real quick. And y'all can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm just trying to get a time frame. So this was 2015. This back when it launched, then it came up. And I'm looking for a dip that was substantial. That's what I'm looking for. I don't really want to use candles. Let me look at the line chart. Oh, I control it down here. That's right. My bad. There we go. All right, let me see. I'm trying to get a time period where the drop was substantial. All right, I got to go back here. So, okay, this is what I'll do. I'm going to use from January of 2016. That's when Ethereum hit its high around 1,200, right? So this was January 2018. January 2018, the high price was $1,292, right? January. By December of the same year, the price was $86. Now, let's do a little math. Let's do some math. If you take 1296 and subtract 86 from it, it's 1210. Take 1210 and divide that by 1296. And that gives you a percentage. The percentage is roughly about 94%. All right, so I did that real quick just so I have a point of reference. So Ethereum dropped 94% from January to December of the same year. And this was in 2018. Okay, now if I look, just stay with me. 94% drop. By the time the price of Ethereum moved higher, and let me see. So it went from 80. It went from in the 80s to about 200. Well, close to 300. So we'll say 290. From December 2018 to June of 2019. So it took 6 months. The price went from 80 something to about $300. 6 months. Then it dropped again. Over the next 6 months, it dropped again from 300 back down to $132. By August of 2020, end of July, going into August, the price was back up around $345. Stay with me. Look at how many moves up and then moves down that you had. That's two significant ones. From January 2018 to December 2018, it dropped 94%. It went from almost $1,300 down to $80 something. Did that in a year. Over the course of the next 6 months, it went from 80 something to 300 and change. Over the next 6 months after that, it went from 300 and change back down to $130. And then from that point, which was December of 2019, it took another 7 months, almost 8 months. Matter of fact, yeah, about 8 months for it to go back up to the previous price that it was at, around 300 and change. Then it continued to move up after that, right? Now, watch this. Now, the bull market is here. Price keeps going up because this is what happens in bull cycles. And the bull cycle is when the all-time highs come and prices overshoot, and the price is doing shit that nobody knew would happen. This is called a bull market. And guess what happens in the bull market? That's when all of your friends and everybody that you know is talking about buying. That's when everybody's saying, hey, did you get any Bitcoin, or are you buying Ethereum? Because they're seeing prices go up and people are retarded and they want to buy when prices are going up. And I'm saying that jokingly, but not really. People literally are retarded because they want to buy when the prices go up. But when you do your due diligence and you look at the history of what price actually does, the opportunity is really made during the times of pain, meaning during the times when the prices are shit. That's the opportunity. And that's a period of time. And that's why I'm talking about this, because I can personally talk about what my experience has been thus far. When I began buying back in February, March, price of HEX was around 2, 3, 4 cents. In between, I'll say between 3 and 4 or 5 cents. That's where the price of HEX was. I had been buying HEX around the 3 cent area. By the time I told everybody about it, it was March. Told everybody, I said, listen, you missed out on Bitcoin, you missed out on Ethereum, don't miss out on HEX. Some of y'all know the Facebook post I'm talking about. I wanted to put it there for documentation purposes, which is what I'm doing all the time anyway. I'm documenting my journey, right? Price of HEX back in March, 3 cents. We were getting rumors of PulseChain going to launch, and PulseChain is here. Testnet version 2, version 3, all of this shit going on. PulseChain is coming. PulseChain is coming. Everybody's excited about PulseChain because everybody likes the shiny new shit. Cool. People are not taking into consideration the history of what cryptos do. So people are thinking, oh, PulseChain gonna launch, HEX is going to the moon, we're gonna get rich. And that will be the case, in my opinion. I'm just saying I'm not giving you advice. This ain't financial advice at all. But I'm just saying, my opinion, absolutely. But it's not gonna happen how you think it's going to happen. Everybody thought the PulseChain launch was it. PulseChain's gonna launch and Richard Hart, he's gonna start streaming again and we're going to the moon. No, that ain't what happened, is it? Let me show you what happened. Let me show you what happened. Matter of fact, here, let me go to this other screen. Pull up this deck screener and just start looking at some of these charts real quick. Because what everybody thought was gonna happen, no, didn't happen. And I'm gonna help you understand not only why it didn't happen, but I'm going to help you to understand why it's to your benefit that it did not happen. It is to your benefit. Oh no, I hope this thing didn't delete. Oh man, it might have deleted all of my stuff, man. Damn. I deleted cookies on here. It might have deleted all of my stuff. I think it did. Shit. Damn, man. All right, well, all right, let me share it anyway. Who gives a shit? Oh man. Got a lot of technical shit going on today. Let me share this screen. Dang, man. I had all my charts and all that set up. So I got to just add them back. So did it at least save my watch list? Is the watch list still there? Oh, look at this shit. Your watch list is empty. All right. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So anyway, let me just add them manually. So let me start with PulseChain. So Pulse, PLS, and we'll look at Pulse against USDC. Yeah, let's look at it against USDC. All right, so we'll add that chart. And let me make sure we can see all of this activity. Damn, it deleted everything. All of my colors and all that. I had my green candle set to blue. It deleted all of that shit. Damn. Where's the settings at? Is this it? No, that ain't it. Man, I'll do all that later. All right, so anyway. So this is Pulse. Let me add PulseX. So I'm going to add 3 charts. I'm going to add Pulse, PulseX, and I'm going to add HEX. on both chains, HEX on Ethereum and HEX on PulseChain. So PulseX, what can I look at it against? Is this accurate pricing against Pulse? 1098. What would it be against the DAI? How's the liquidity on this? 118,000. This one is 22 million. Let me just use the Pulse on against, PulseX against Pulse. That'll still give me the information I need. Okay, so we got Pulse here and we have PulseX here. And I'm gonna add HEX. I'm gonna add HEX against this is HEX on PulseChain, and this one up here is HEX on Ethereum. Okay, so let me add the HEX from PulseChain first. And also, that ain't what I meant to do. The HEX on Ethereum. Where is it? EHEX. So this one. All right. So these are the coins. These are our coins. Here's Pulse. This is PulseX. This is HEX on the PulseChain blockchain. And this is HEX on the Ethereum blockchain. So this is the HEX right here that, and let me enlarge in the chart. This is the HEX that we have all been buying the entire time. This is HEX on Ethereum, okay? And this is showing it on this particular chart ever since PulseChain launch, which was May 12th, okay? So let me see if I can get a horizontal line. How you do that? I want a line. Damn, I forgot how to use this chart. Where's the lines at? It may not be letting me use it because I have this thing open with the multi charts. Damn, I apologize, y'all. I'm all right. So let me just make my point. Oh, it's down here. Wait, is that it? No, that ain't it either. I thought that was the drawing tool. Damn. Is this it? Oh. I'm just clicking on shit. Let me just. Is this it? Horizontal? No, that's indicators. I don't want that shit. I want drawings. Where's that? Damn. Chart settings. That ain't it either. All right, forget it. I'll do it later. But anyway, so because I wanted to draw a line at the prices where I was buying. So anyway, right where my cursor is now, you see where my cursor is now? This is 3 cents right here. You see over on the right hand side where the price is moving? You see that? This right here is around 3 cents. So between 3 cents, and this is before HEX, PulseChain launched. Price of HEX was higher. It had went from 3 cents. It came all the way up here to 12 cents. Right? This was before PulseChain launched. When people got the news that PulseChain wasn't launching, because this was before May, price of HEX came back down again. So the idea was that people wanted to get HEX before PulseChain launched so that they can get the copy on PulseChain, right? So what ends up happening is the price of HEX is going down after PulseChain launched. In addition to everything else, HEX is going down. Let's look at Pulse. And remember, Pulse launched May 12th. So the information for Pulse and for PulseX and for HEX on Pulse are all only there from May 12th because that's when it launched. That's when Pulse launched. So you didn't have any information for these because these did not exist until May 12th. When PulseChain launched, that's when these coins came into existence. And I'm referring specifically to Pulse, PulseX, and HEX on PulseChain. So this is the chart for Pulse. And let me see. So if you look at this, what day was this? Where's my dates? Oh, they're down there at the bottom. Okay. So it launches on May 12th. There's no liquidity yet. There's no information on price yet. Nothing. The deck screener starts to get information around May 16th. And that's where you see the candles on this chart. Started on May 16th. So you started seeing May 17th. You started kind of seeing price action now, right? So this is the price action for Pulse. The sacrifice price for Pulse is 0.0001, which is right around right here, right where my mouse is. You see the horizontal dotted line where the mouse is? That's the sacrifice price. So in other words, this is the price where people, before PulseChain launched, they sacrificed HEX, or I think it was probably HEX. So in other words, they took some of their HEX and they sacrificed it for PulseChain, which means that if PulseChain ever launches, you'll get X amount of coins at the sacrifice rate, which is 0.0001, which is where my line is. So this is sacrifice. So you actually being able to sell some. Why people would be selling, I don't know. Like I said, people are retarded. But anyway, price comes up here May 21st. It goes up as high as 0.0029. So roughly about a 3x, because the sacrifice price is 0.0001, right? And it went up as high as 0.00029. So roughly about 3x. Now, we're talking about in the first, this it launched on May 12th, and this is May 21st, so 9 days. Literally 9 days. In 9 days, the price went as high as 3x from the sacrifice price. After that, price has just been coming lower and lower, right? Lower, lower. All of this as a result of crypto. This is the nature of crypto. Because, see, people are trying to justify, well, why didn't it go up and give us a 10x? Why didn't it give us a 25x, 30x? You have to understand the dynamic of crypto. The reason that the price of anything will go up is because there are people not selling. If people are not selling, the price to decrease because of the actual coin itself being put back onto the market. See, when you sell, you're putting coins back into the market. When you buy, you're removing coins from the market and you're putting it in a wallet. So price appreciation comes from something being rare, less available, not more available. If there's a whole bunch of liquidity, meaning there's a lot of coins for something in the market, the price is not going to move up. But when that coin becomes less available because people are buying it and putting it over here, I'm gonna buy some, put it over here, buy some, put it over here, and it stays over here. If I hold it over here and don't sell it, that means I don't put it back. So the more empty the pot becomes, because people are taking it from the pot and putting it over here in their pot. So I'm going to take from the big pot, put it in my pot. If everyone begins to do that, the price goes up. Because anything that is less available costs more. See, like, people don't understand the dynamic of the markets. And this is why people lose. So listen, what you have right now going on, and I mean right now as I'm speaking, you look at the chart and people looking at the chart, they're feeling bad. Oh man, PulseX is a failure. Pulse is a failure. PulseX is a failure. HEX is dead. HEX is a failure. Richard Hart, he's being sued by the SEC. That's another thing I'll talk about, is that lawsuit, which is straight bullshit. But anyway, I'll get into that later. Mind you, all of these things going on are causing people to put the coins back on the market, meaning that people will sell. And I'm talking about people that sacrificed also. See, on a blockchain, you can see every transaction. You can see the wallet that is selling. You can see wallets that are buying. We see you. We see the wallets that are selling the coin. There are people that sacrificed and basically put up millions of dollars. There are huge wallets. Millions of dollars were put up for Pulse and for PulseX because billions of dollars were raised for these coins because the demand was there. Because everybody knew what HEX was and saw what HEX did, and everybody wants to be a part of that. But at the same time, people don't understand the markets. So right now, we have such a rare opportunity because we're in a position to accumulate something lower, that at a lower price than people that sacrificed before it even launched. So if you sacrificed, you're down right now because look at the price. But you need to understand what you're doing from the beginning. I would never sacrifice for any coin. This is just me personally. Oh, but Mark, if you know, what if he launched another coin? You wouldn't sacrifice? No. Excuse me. Everyone always thinks that things are going to happen immediately. Then they are in for a rude awakening when it doesn't happen immediately. And because it didn't happen immediately, they think that it didn't work or it's a failure or whatever. And then they want to sell out and then try to buy something else. But you're selling and you're losing whatever capital you put in to begin with. For what? What's the purpose of that? Like, you're selling and you taking, I'll give you an example. It's just like taking an 80% loss on the money that you put up for something, and then you're trying to chase something else to make it back. That makes no sense whatsoever. Because your reasoning for buying something to begin with should be because you believe that it's valuable. And you believe that that value will be seen and realized at some point in the future. It doesn't matter when. All you need to know is that, you know what? I believe that this right here This makes sense. It makes sense and it fits into the market. It has market fit. This makes sense. Once I believe that, that's my reason for wanting to own whatever that is. So I want you guys to understand that what you see happening now is the same shit that happened early on with everything else. It happened early with Ethereum. It happened early with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin got the worst of it because Bitcoin was the first. You got to understand that Bitcoin came into existence. Who the hell knew who Satoshi Nakamoto is? People still don't know who he is. And because Bitcoin is on the blockchain, it's a ledger. You see every transaction. Satoshi Nakamoto never sold any Bitcoin. So what you remember what I was just saying a moment ago about the pot? If the pot is full, the price is less. But if you're taking it out of the pot and putting it over here in your pot and leaving it there, it can't be in this pot. So the more and more of that going on, the more the price goes up because there's less in the pot. So when it's less available, the price goes up. This is what has happened every time with everything. There is no exception. Anything that's valuable, the less available that it is, the more the price increases. It's called supply and demand. So when there's demand for something that's less valuable, the price goes up. That's it. That's it. So I'm going through this and I'm breaking this down because I want you to understand that this is the dynamic of markets. See, people are foolish for coming into crypto trying to get a 10x or 20x on something and do a quick flip. And then when it doesn't work, they just sell out of it and they lose what they put into it. You're literally better off just holding it. And I mean, like, whatever it is. Your best bet is to just leave it. All right, you fucked up. You picked the wrong coin. Okay, cool. Just leave it. Why would you? It's like, why would you sell at a 90% loss? Doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. Understand what I'm saying. Remember when I talked about Ethereum a minute ago? Ethereum was at almost $1,300 and it went down to 80. Just what happened. The move down, as it is coming down, you have to understand that when you're seeing prices go down, it means that people are selling, and the people who are selling are the weak people in the market. They have a name for it. It's called capitulation. And capitulation takes place over a period of time. And that time period is called a bear market. This is the nature of markets. The bear market, the pain, prices being down, price suppressed, price not going nowhere. You thought price was about to go up. It goes lower. Every time that this happens, your opportunity is increasing. More time means more opportunity for you. The more time we have at these prices, the better it is for us because we are taking more out of the pot. See, don't think that, oh, well, you know, these coins are done and they're not going to do well and it's all over for PulseX, HEX, it's all a scam. All right, you can think that if you want to. I can't control what you think. But my point is that this is markets. The same shit that you might be saying about HEX and Pulse and PulseX, same type of shit people were saying about Ethereum. Same type of shit people were definitely saying about Bitcoin. Nobody was believing it. Nobody believed. The people who did, they were wise enough to just not sell. Period. They didn't think about, oh, well, I didn't get a good price. And the crazy thing is that some people bought it and forgot they bought it until later. They heard about Bitcoin one day on the news and they're like, oh shit, I have some Bitcoin. And it might be 5 or 6 years later. And they realizing that they got thousands of Bitcoin. And then they go and they check their wallet and they see, oh shit, my Bitcoin is still in there. There are stories of people that this has happened to. So my point is that if you were the average person, you would have sold as soon as you heard anything bad. You would have sold as soon as you saw a price go down. You remember back during the pandemic? There was a day during the pandemic, I forgot what month it was, but you can look on the chart. Bitcoin went down around a $3,800 level. And I'll never forget this because it coincidentally was the largest drop in the stock market that same day since 1929, since the crash of 29. They kept talking about it this particular day. Oh, this is the largest stock market drop since 1929. This was during the pandemic. And I actually was sitting in my car doing a live stream. I had an orange hoodie on. I even have the link to the video. So it's on the channel somewhere. And I kid you not, this is when I used to do live streams in the car. That day, the price went down under 4,000. And I said on the live stream, I said, oh shit, Bitcoin is under 4,000. I'm buying under 4,000. This is what I said on the stream. Because that's exactly what I was doing. Mind you, this is before Bitcoin went up in price. This way before Bitcoin went up to 20,000 and then broke above that. And then went to, what was the high of Bitcoin? 68,000, something like that. This was before all of that. This was when it dropped. The price was coming down, not going up. So again, you see what I was doing even at that time. Needed to know. And when I saw what it was doing, I'm like, oh snap. Damn, the price is under 4,000. Shit, let me go buy something right now. And I was buying it. Buying more of it because I would basically be buying Bitcoin every week anyway. But I happened to buy more that particular day and during that time because I already knew what was going to happen. I didn't know when and it didn't matter. But anyway, I'm using that as an example of understanding the markets. So the same dynamic is still here. It's not different. It's not different this time. I'm telling you that exactly what you see going on right now with these prices. Like, all right. Here, let me pull something else up. So this is Pulse. Pulse right now is sitting at a price of 40. So it's 0.0003764. So basically, sacrifice price is 0.001. So this is at 0.003. It's literally, what's that, about 3 times less than the sacrifice price? So 3 times. So in other words, right now, if you're buying this, you're getting 3 times as much as people who sacrifice for the same coin. You see how my thought process is? I'm not looking at the price by itself. The price is only telling me how much I can get right now. That's all I see. I don't see, oh my God, it's at 03? It's at 4 zeros and a 3? Oh man. Maybe I should get out. No. Get out? Are you serious? Like, you clearly don't understand markets, clearly. If you thinking about getting out now, you don't understand anything. So anyway, again, when I look at this activity, in my mind, the first thing I'm thinking about is, oh shit, damn, I can get 3 times more. If price continues to go down, again, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing, damn, I can get even more. All right, let me pull up one more thing, because I'm gonna show you something real quick that I like to look at. And I'm kind of doing this probably at least once or twice a week. Let me pull this up real quick. Make that smaller. So this is PulseX. This is the DEX. This is basically where once you have any of these coins in your wallet, you can exchange one coin for the other, like in the wallet, right? So what I like to do is I come on here and I pull up the USDC pair, which is basically just showing how much pulse I can get, say, for $100. I'm going to type in $100 here in the USDC. You see that? I typed in 100. So for $100, I can get 2.6 million pulse right now. 2.6 million. For $100 right now, I can get 9 million PulseX. For $100 right now, I can get 14,000 HEX on PulseChain. For $100, I can get 27,000 HEX on Ethereum. Now let me help put this in perspective a little bit. And let me go back. I'm actually going to pull up an actual transaction that I did, because I want to look and see at the time how much it cost me. So check this out. Check this out. On May 30th. Wait, was this May 30th? No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This was May 25th. On May 25th, I bought 50,000 HEX for 0.45 Ethereum at the time. And damn, I don't know. I don't have it open to know what that dollar amount was at the time. I don't know the exact dollar amount. Let me see. There's another way I can pull it up though, because I can actually go back into my my price history and then open it up on the blockchain and see what the exact amount was. Damn, let me see if I can remember that. Or matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. Because I actually have a post that I did. I have a post that I did. I don't know why this is coming up as a reel, but whatever. Where is it? Where did I put that post? Damn. Hey, y'all bear with me, because I like to be real accurate with my numbers and stuff. Let me see where I put this post at. Shit. I know it's in my reels. Where's it at? Damn. I want to find this. That's video. Where's Reels at? There we go. Reels. There we go. All right, I got it. All right. All right, here we go.
What's happening, y'all? I know I haven't done a lot of
Listen.
updates and stuff about HEX as of late, but let me show you something real quick, some data. So this is Etherscan. This is how you keep track of all of your transactions, you know, with HEX on the Ethereum network. Now, let me show y'all what I did. This was back in February. On February 2nd, I bought 50,000 HEX, and it cost me this much right here. You see that? About $1,600.
All right. See? Now, you heard me, right? I bought 50,000 HEX at the time. This was in February. February 2nd, I bought 50,000 HEX for $1,600. $1,600. HEX on Ethereum. 50,000 HEX. Right? Now, watch this. I'm going to type in 50,000 HEX now. I paid $1,600 at that time. This is how much it costs now. Do y'all see this? $185. Damn, Mark. Damn. I'll be mad. That sucks. I paid $1,600 at the time. Right now, will buy me now. Right now, $1,600 will buy me 428,000 HEX. This is how my brain works. I don't care that I spent $1,600 in February. Right now, I'm looking at the fact that if I took that same amount of money, I literally would be able to buy, let me see how many times over that is. 428,000 divided by 50,000. I can buy 8.5 times more HEX now for the same money that I spent then. This is how you have to think. You got to think like this. This is crypto. Crypto is something that you benefit from by doing the opposite of what everybody else does. People are selling. It's pain. See, because if you, all right, let's say you were me. If you spend $1,600 on something and then you see the value of it go down, are you looking at the value of it now? Or are you looking at how much more of it now that you can get relative to what you got then? See, which one are you? You already know which one I am. I don't care that I spent $1,600 at that time. That's not what's important to me. I look at it now, I can get the same thing now 8.5 times more than I got at that time. And guess what? If the price keeps going down, I'm going to be able to get even more. Well, Mark, when are you going to stop buying it? I'm not. Well, why not? Because I understand what this is. See, I understand. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm choosing to do this. But what I'm doing is I'm showing you the perspective I'm looking at it from. I'm not looking at this as, damn, man, I spent $1,600 at that time, man. I'm down. I'm not down. Because I understand that we're in the opportunity phase of what this is. So, okay, price has decreased 8.5 times less than it was at that time. Okay, cool. Mark, what you mean cool? You're down, Mark. Actually, I'm not down because I'm looking at how much of the coin I can get. I'm not down. I got a lot of coins in my wallet. Look, this is how I look at shit. Right now, I'm like, all right, every time I put $100 in there, let's see how much I'm getting. So literally for, what was it, $185, right? $185 gets me the same amount of HEX that I spent $1,600 for. So in my mind, every time I get $185, I see that as, damn, I'm getting the same amount that I got back then. Because I understand that the prices are not going to always remain where they are now. This opportunity ain't going to be here forever. And the thing about it is that you have to understand that it's an opportunity. The pain comes from the gains come from the pain. You don't make money when it's going up later. You ain't going to make no money when it's going up and you're buying. You make money every time it goes down and you buy more. See, you have to understand the dynamic. How do you think people become wealthy? What does buy low, sell high mean? It doesn't mean buy high and then try to sell higher. Buy low means buy low. Oh, but it's still going down. Okay, so then I'm buying more. So in other words, I can take the same amount of money and get more. Same amount that I spent and I only got this. Now I can spend that same amount and get this. Oh shit. Yesterday I heard people on Twitter, they were talking, oh, PulseX lost another zero. I mean, it added another zero because the price of PulseX, it has 5 zeros in it and then a number. I'm like, man, y'all don't understand what's going on, huh? Are you kidding? People sacrifice for PulseX at the same price. Hold on, wait. The sacrifice, let me say this, and I'm about to get off of here. The sacrifice rate for PulseX was the same as it was for Pulse. 0.0001. That's how much the sacrifice rate was for PulseX as well. And right now, so check this out. Let me help you to understand what that means. That means that for PulseX, $100 at sacrifice price is $1 million. Every $100 at the sacrifice rate would get you $1 million of whatever it is. So that means that at the sacrifice rate, you would have received $1 million PulseX. Right now, for $100, you can receive 9 million PulseX. 9 times more. Let's look at Pulse. Pulse, same thing. $100, you would have received $1 million Pulse. Right now, $100 gets you 2.6 million Pulse. Pay attention. Now I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your head off. HEX from Ethereum When it launched, sacrifice price, guess what? 0.0001. $100, 2019, when it launched, sacrifice rate would have gotten you a million hex. A million. Right now, $100 only gets you 27,000 hex. So what does that mean? It means that the value of hex from 2019 until now, let's see, as a matter of fact, let's figure it out. Because if you would, all right, so sacrifice, let's say that you would have been able to accumulate some hex when it launched around the sacrifice rate. Okay? $100. $100, you got a million pulse. Cool. Mind you, the price went lower than the sacrifice for hex at that time as well. Did the same thing Pulse and PulseX are doing now. A million hex is what you would have received at sacrifice price, 0.0001. Right now, for the same hex on Ethereum, you only can get 27,000. So that means that the value of the hex is more, even though hex is down right now. Hex is down in price from the all-time high. But relative to what it was when it launched, relative to the sacrifice price, where is it? It's that you only get 27,000, not a million, 27,000. But in 2019, you could have got a million or more for the same $100. So let me just do some quick math. 1, 2, 3. A million divided by 27,250. 36x. Right now, at the price that Hex is now, is still 36 times more than what it was at sacrifice price. In a bear market, this is just information. It's all about how you process information. So here you got Pulse and you got PulseX. They look like how Hex looked. Look, check this out. Here's Pulse. $100 is getting you 2.6 million Pulse. Here's PulseX. $100 is getting you 9 million Pulse. And I'm not even going to go into the buy and burn functionality of PulseX. I'm not even going to go into that. Because you got so many reasons that the price appreciation will take place going into the future for all of this. But Mark, there's no guarantee. Of course there's no guarantee. But that's where the opportunity lies. The fact that you have no guarantee, it gives you the opportunity. I keep it very simple. I don't try to figure things out as far as what it's going to do, when it's going to do it. Like people love to do price predictions and shit like that. I don't got to do that. I'm not doing that. All I know is that history repeats itself. That's it. So the same dynamic that existed for certain cryptos exists right here in the same ecosystem for Hex right now. That's all I know. That's really all I need to know. And what I'm doing is I'm taking advantage of the time. See, this time won't last forever. This opportunity as it is right now is not going to be here forever. There's very few of us that are going to do what I'm doing right now. A lot of people just don't think like this. They just don't. They don't get it. And that's cool. I'm cool with that. Because this is the same reason that a small percentage of people become wealthy. Because they don't think like how the majority does. That's it. All right, so anyway. So I just wanted to come on and talk about these things in some detail. And like I said, the gains are made during the times of pain. When it's painful to do it, that's when you should be doing it. It's just like working out. It don't feel good to lift weights. It hurts. But what does it do? What are the results that you get from it over time? You see, you understand the point that I'm making? So that pain is what is creating the gain that you'll have at a later time. That's the dynamic of how this works. That's just what it is. That is just what it is. All right, let me come over here real quick. Carrie, what's going on, sir? How to deal with HEX since MetaMask delisted HEX? When it goes to the moon, then how would you sell? The way that you can liquidate HEX or any of the coins in the ecosystem is through the liquidity of other pairs. For example, you can use the bridge. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but there's a PulseChain bridge. That's one on and off ramp. And on and off ramp just simply means how you get your funds into the ecosystem and out of the ecosystem, because we're dealing with decentralized crypto. So HEX and PulseChain, they're not on centralized exchanges because they are decentralized crypto. No one is the custodian for any of these coins. Nobody owns your coins or have possession of your coins other than you, because you are the person that has your keys to your wallet. So nobody can take your shit unless you give them your keys. It's decentralized. And a lot of people are not even educated on what the difference is. Let me just help to give you a general idea of what the difference is. Centralized is like your coins on Coinbase. If something goes on with Coinbase or your coins that are on there, they're literally the custodian for your coins that you have on there. And when I began to learn more and more about this, I started to shift away from Coinbase. I only use Coinbase when I'm doing actual transactions with something. So like, for example, when I'm buying Bitcoin, I take my Bitcoin off of Coinbase. If I'm buying Ethereum, I take it off of Coinbase. I put them in an actual wallet outside of the exchange. Because if my coins are not on there, they can't do anything with my coins if something goes on with them. If they have issues, or if they, have financial difficulty or whatever the case may be, they ain't gonna be able to tell me, oh, well, right now we're not allowing withdrawals. It's like, what are you talking about? They're my coins. But if you have them on the centralized exchange, they can do that. It has happened. There have already been examples of it happening. So you have to, this is what I mean about educating yourself and just becoming more aware of what it is that you're doing. So HEX and all of these coins are decentralized. So they're not even listed on centralized exchanges. In order to acquire them, you actually have to have a decentralized wallet. MetaMask. There's a couple of others that you can use that allow you to buy HEX and to buy all of these different coins. For example, Uniswap. Uniswap actually delisted HEX, but there are other front ends for Uniswap. like people don't even know this. How can you delist something that's not listed in like to begin with? It doesn't even make sense with some of these companies that are saying that, oh, we're not we're delisting them, or we're not allowing you to buy them, or to and I apologize for this internet. If you don't allow the transaction for these coins to go through, someone else will. There will always be somewhere for you to transact with these coins, because this is DeFi. This is decentralized finance. So it's not going to do anything but continue to grow and to become more seamless over time, because you have all of the code and everything out there is open source for developers. So developers come along all the time and make shit better. That's all these coins even are. Like HEX is a better version of Bitcoin. PulseChain is a better version of Ethereum. PulseX is a better version of Uniswap. That's all, like this entire ecosystem of Richard Hart's, all of these coins, better versions of something else. Now, over time, what's going to happen is people are going to begin to realize what these are. See, people don't understand what this is yet. And again, this is where the opportunity lies. And the fact that you have these prices, like you have all of this selling going on in the ecosystem of all the coins. So people are throwing all the coins back in the pot. I'm taking the coins out the pot. I'm going to keep buying. This is just me. Because I understand how this works. Because I understand how the cycles in the market work. Because I understand crypto. And because I understand the market. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing it on purpose. Mark, you bought some HEX at $1,600. You down. You clearly don't understand what's going on. Give you one last example of how I'm looking at this. Let's say that the price keeps cutting in half. Just 50% drop, another 50% drop, 50% drop from there, then another 50. If it keeps dropping 50%, the way that I'm looking at that is, oh shit, I'm getting twice as much. So the $100 that I spent to get $1 million, if the price drops another 50%, I'm gonna be able to get $2 million. They said that HEX did a 10,000x from the low price. If you had that philosophy that I just explained, and every time that it's going lower and lower and lower and the price is going down and down and down, you just throw in $50 to $100 and buy some. I'm just saying. Throw in $100, you buy some at whatever the next low price is that you see. Whatever that is. One of those $100 that you threw in, if it was anywhere near that low price, that $100 did a 10,000x damn near. I'm just saying. No, like nobody's gonna get the exact low price, but let's say 5,000x. If you bought anywhere near that area with just $50 or $100, that's 5,000 times that $50 or $100. And I'm not even talking about anything else that you bought. I'm just talking about the $50 or $100 that you threw in because of how you think. This is how I'm looking at this. Oh, but PulseX is 9 times lower than sacrifice price. Exactly. I don't need to know why. I don't need to know all the details. I know why, because people are selling it. That's why the price is going down. That's why any price goes down. People are selling it. But my thing is, oh shit, a lot of people are selling it. But it doesn't change what it is. Hold on. Hold on. See, you got to understand, it doesn't change what it is, though. Just because people are selling it now does not change what it is. It's still what it was created to do. It's still that. HEX still operates the same way that it did when it was launched, when it was created. It's created to create more hex. When you buy it and you stake it, it creates more hex for you in the future. That's what it was designed to do. That's what it does. That's it. I don't need to know nothing else. And if it continues to perform the same functionality over and over and over again without any intervention from anybody else. So if Richard Hart disappeared, all of this stuff still works. Any of y'all know where Satoshi Nakamoto is? Any of y'all ever seen him? Any of y'all ever met or spoke to him? This dude disappeared damn near 10 years ago, or whenever it was. Whenever was the last time he logged in on that forum that he was on. Nobody ever heard from him since. Does Bitcoin still work? Is Bitcoin still Bitcoin? Is it still doing the same shit? And mind you, it ain't perfect. It's not even the best thing. Hex is better than Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is still Bitcoin without Satoshi. Satoshi ain't nowhere to be found. Nobody even know who he is. But the code that he created is still here functioning. Hello? You can't deny that. ETFs, pension funds, all type of financial institutions are buying Bitcoin. The same shit that they was calling a scam, right? Government still trying to regulate it and it can't. They can't even control it. They can't do nothing about the code. It still works. All right, let me relax. The reason I'm doing all this, I'm trying to help you understand the dynamic of crypto in general, and more specifically what it is that we're doing. Yeah, that's a good idea. He says he's gonna focus on PHEX, Pulse, and PulseX. Yep. Price is the key to accumulate now. Yep. Gary said, I'm not missing out because I'm listening to Mark. There's still time to fill your bag now. Absolutely. Absolutely. And remember that time goes by and it'll leave your ass. It ain't waiting for you. So you got to make the best use of time while you got it. RH posted case logs on Twitter of past cases that is his argument that it is protected free speech with blockchain transactions. Yeah, of course. He's a smart guy, man. He's a smart guy. This is what I was saying. Like I was talking about this even before the SEC case, and as far as him and his knowledge and awareness of crypto, just in general. Like he know a lot of shit, man. And not just about crypto, just about everything. He's just a wealth of information. Like he has these anybody sitting there doing a live stream for 8 hours straight, just talking, and everything that they that's RH. He is that dude. He is. What's the Mark Fuller end game or target with this process? Brad, you're talking about with HEX? With what I'm talking about as far as HEX and the ecosystem and stuff? Is that what you're referring to? Because basically, I mean, my end game is just to accumulate more and more of whatever is valuable. Before I even knew what HEX was, I've been buying Bitcoin for years. And when I look at that, I'm like, man, you know, I've done very well in Bitcoin, just doing simple shit, like just literally buying it every week. Because I could take y'all back in Bitcoin and my history with Bitcoin and how it was difficult to get Bitcoin in the beginning. And I'm not even talking about the beginning. I'm talking about my beginning, which was like 2016, 2017. Living in New York, it was not even legal to buy Bitcoin online at the time. You know how we had to get Bitcoin? They had this internet is acting up. There were companies that were putting Bitcoin ATM machines in the corner stores. So you literally can take cash or you can take a card or whatever, put the cash in. It shows you how much Bitcoin that you'll get at the exchange rate. And the fee was 16%. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know what the fee is that Coinbase charges now, but it's substantially less than that. The fee was 16%. So that meant every $100 you put in that machine, you only buying $84 worth of Bitcoin at whatever the price was at the time. And at this time, price of Bitcoin was like $600, $700, $800. This is around the time when I first started buying Bitcoin. And, you know, to hear that number now, you're like, damn, that was early. It was early, but it wasn't early. You see what I'm saying? Early was when Bitcoin first launched. When nobody knew what the hell it was. When it was the dark web. I forgot the name of that exchange that was early with Bitcoin, or whatever it is. They not even in existence no more. That's when Bitcoin was early. When Bitcoin was less than $1, that was early. So I missed all of that. I missed $5. People I knew. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know about Bitcoin. It was like $5 when I found. I'm like, $5? Why you ain't say shit to me? Yes, Mount Gox, thank you. Carrie hit it on the head. Yes. This is during the Mount Gox time. This is when exchanges was popping up for Bitcoin, and they were challenging the government, like fighting a fight that is still going on, but not as much as it was at that time. I mean, like, they literally were fighting the government because the government could not control this shit. They couldn't control it. It's like, wait, what do you mean Bitcoin? What the hell you mean? And there's documentaries. You should watch all of them early Bitcoin documentaries, so you can see like what people used to be doing early on, and understand like how this shit has just continued to grow and why it continues to grow, to help you understand the dynamic of what we have in our hands now as an opportunity. Because I'm telling y'all, this shit with HEX and PulseX, the opportunity here is, I don't even know how to describe it. But all I can tell you is there are people that have been in HEX already, way before me. They don't even get it. They don't even fully understand shit. But anyway, so my point is that anything valuable, the realization of its value comes at a later time. there's a whole bunch of things that have to take place before the price reflects the value. And the opportunity in it is when the price is depressed because people don't understand it and because there are outside influences that benefit from the price going down. So when you have all of these things at work, that's what causes prices to go down. So like people are looking at these charts and they're like, damn, man, why Pulse keep going down? Why PulseX keep going down? Remember we talked about people that sacrifice? There are people who sacrifice, and I'm talking about bought billions of these coins. They bought them and they're selling them for whatever reason. I don't know why. I honestly don't even give a shit. My point is this. People sacrifice. There are people who sacrifice. There's at least 100 wallets that sacrifice millions of dollars for Pulse and for PulseX. I mean, people that put millions of dollars into these coins before anything launched. And it took 2 years for PulseChain to launch. So this is why people had this whole idea of, oh, when PulseChain launched, man, I'm waiting. It's going 25x off the rip. And it's like, okay, but that's not even what coins do when they launch. Pay attention to what I'm saying. If you go back and you look. Sorry about this internet, y'all. Damn, this internet is really getting on my nerves. Solana. There's a whole list of them. Y'all know the coins I'm talking about. All of these coins that launched, go back and look at their charts when they launched. Very few of them went up first. I would say the majority of them went down first. And not down a little bit. Down. So for you to think that the price is going to go up after launch, that's not even what these coins do. HEX didn't go up first. Matter of fact, let me just look at it real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. You'll bear with me. Where is it? Because I'm going to show you what happened to HEX when it launched. Gonna take a look real quick. All time and go to log. All right, I got it up. So where is, let me bring it all the way back over here and bring this over here. There we go. All right. Yes, here we go. And let me share this screen so y'all can see this real quick. This is the chart of HEX from when it launched. So this was December 17th, 2019. Remember what the sacrifice price is. 0.001. On December 19th, the price hit 0.0002561. So that's a 2.5x, right? 2.5x. What did it do after that? You see what it did. What did it do after this? It dropped. December 19th to January 2nd, look at the price drop. It went to 0.001. 7. So that's 4 zeros and a 7, right? And it did that from December 19th to January 2nd. So not even a month. And then, of course, we know what took place after that. After that, those prices were never to be seen again in life, right? So again, sacrifice price 0.0001, which is down here. And from that rate, the price never looked back. Now, understand, this is HEX. This is an idea built on the Ethereum network. Nobody knows really what it is. Nobody know who the hell Richard Hart is. Some people got to know him. They believed. They bought HEX, and they still have HEX because they understand what this shit is. Now you got PulseChain comes along, right? So people have a similar expectation to what this price performance kind of did with HEX. Oh, HEX went down for a little while, then it took off. Then it did X's. It just went up, X's. Now, in real time, of course, you got to understand that this is years that is passing by. This launched in 2019. So you had 2020. You had 2021. 2022. And then this is where we are now, 2023. This movement going up, this was all during a bear cycle in the overall market. HEX was going up when Bitcoin and Ethereum was going down at the time. So there was something very unique about HEX. But anyway, doesn't change the fact that the history of when a coin launches is not for the price to go up first. That's not the history of what price does. Especially when there are things surrounding reasons to sell it. At the time in HEX, early on, there were way fewer people than there are now in HEX. You probably had about 5 to 10,000 people in HEX when HEX went on its run. So there were fewer people, which means that you got fewer people selling. Anytime you have more people coming into an ecosystem, it doesn't mean that they're all educated about it. Doesn't mean that they're all informed about it. It doesn't mean that they all believe in it. So now we're at a point in time where you have hundreds of thousands of people in this ecosystem. Do you know who all of these people are? No, you don't. Are they all believers? Probably not. A lot of them can just be people in crypto that want to trade HEX the same way that they trade any other coin. Same thing for Pulse and for PulseChain, for PulseX. They come in, they looking for a quick 10x, maybe a quick 2x. You could have had somebody that bought Pulse and PulseX and sacrificed for Pulse and PulseX just to get a 10x or a 5x. They put up $500,000 or $1 million. If you bought $1 million worth of something and you only expecting it to go up times 5, then you looking at that like, shit, I turned $1 million into $5 million. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So some of these big wallets, you don't know what their intention was when they sacrificed. I'm just saying. Somebody could have just put $500,000 in there because they thinking, well, shit, HEX did what it did. HEX did a 10,000x. This PulseChain thing, this shit, I could at least get 100x, 50x. What about somebody that sacrificed $1 million or $2 million? You think they would hesitate to sell their whole bag if they got a 2x? If somebody turned $1 million into 2 million, you think they ain't gonna take $1 million? I'm just saying. So when I look at the big wallets, I'm like, I don't know what none of y'all motherfuckers are doing. I don't know what none of y'all are doing. Y'all all could just be, X chasers. I don't know who you are. But I do know what this is. I know what HEX is. I know what Pulse is. I know what PulseX is. And I could tell you now that the same position that somebody in the ecosystem that has millions of coins, maybe billions of them, you're looking at them and you're like, oh, they a whale. Listen, you could be a whale in something when you understand the dynamic of how it works and no one else gets it yet. This is classic shit I'm giving right now. See, because these lives, you're going to be able to go back to these and watch them and hear exactly what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You can end up being a whale in these coins because of the stupidity of other people. I'm just saying. The fact that people are selling does not change what this is. The same way that nothing changed what Bitcoin was. The fact that nobody knew Satoshi, that didn't change what Bitcoin was. It didn't change what he made. Just because people are selling these coins, that don't change who Richard Hart is. He is who he is. He knows exactly what he's doing. He created all of this shit for a reason. And when you begin to study and understand why this even exists to begin with and what crypto is, you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together and you start to realize what it is. Like, people are in the crypto space chasing X's all over the place. They everywhere. People buying all type of shit. Looking for a 2X, a 5X. Look at this pump. Oh, this one is pumping. They chasing it. You chasing pumps? Okay. You can chase pumps all day. I'm not chasing anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bag in some shit that has been created and that won't change just because of how people think or how people feel about it at the time. It still does what it was created to do. HEX still does. See, like, the price of HEX is down, but if you staked HEX, like, I got 5-year stakes for HEX. That means 5 years from the date that I stake, I'm going to have twice as much HEX. Because that's the math. You don't know what can happen in 5 years. You have no idea. Same way people ain't know what the price of Bitcoin was going to do. Nobody knew. Nobody knew what the price of Ethereum was going to do. Nobody knew what none of this shit was going to do. So you need to understand the dynamic first, and then you build around that. Opportunity comes during pain. Times of pain, when the price is going down and when the price is going down more. Pain, that's when the gains come. See, you think that the gains come after when you make the money. No, that's the result. You really made the money in the beginning during the pain when you bought when nobody else was buying. People over there selling and sending the price lower. And you buying more. And everybody around you looking at you like, damn, you still buying that? Damn, I've been sold out of that. It went down. I thought it was going to go up. It didn't go up. It went down. I sold out. Okay. That's you. Same way that you sold Bitcoin during the pandemic when it dropped, right? When it went down to 4,000, You sold your Bitcoin, didn't you? Insanity. Insanity. People do the opposite of what should. They do the exact opposite of shit. This all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, right. Coin Mama, I remember that. Yep. That's funny. Yeah, because Coinbase, they weren't allowing you to buy anything in New York for a while. Like you just couldn't buy Bitcoin, period. It was illegal. There was like some kind of license that they had to get and they never got it. And then finally they finally got it. Then we can buy, Bitcoin online. And they wanted all your information. They was doing, KYC. So they want all your information. Everything. KYC. Know your customer. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to wrap this up. I apologize for this internet. I got to figure something out. I got to get an extender or something so that my internet reaches over here. Because I have fiber optics, so I shouldn't be going through all these issues. But I need something in here to extend the reach over on this side of the house. Because it ain't over here. It's shitty over here. But I'm gonna figure it out. All right, y'all. So if y'all had any questions, y'all can post any questions that you might have, especially if you're watching a replay of this. Feel free to post under the video and all that. And that's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. I'm buying it. I'm buying all of this shit. I'm buying it all. Yeah, that's basically it. Bought high, sold low. Yeah, like when I look at the wallets who sacrifice, some of them sacrifice. They literally millions of dollars. Millions. There's a bunch of people that put well over $1 million into Pulse and PulseX and sold. Lost 80%, 90%. It's crazy. And I'm like, see, that goes to show you that just because somebody has a lot of money don't mean that they smart. Don't mean that they too smart. I'm just saying. I like the slow build. Most people, they like the idea of making money fast. I like the idea of building and creating the environment for a slow build to wealth. Over time, consistent. You understand what I'm saying? That, like, I prefer that. Me just personally, I like that. When you trying to make fast money, you do stupid shit. It's just like, that's just what it is. It usually backfires on you. You don't make fast money. You lose it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that is bugged out to see people do that, but they do it. They do it. There you go. Here we go. Right. Snail to kill a whale. I like that. That was hard. Brad over here rhyming and shit. Snail to kill a whale. I like that. All right, y'all. So I'm out. So I'm hoping that you guys receive some value from these streams. I'll be coming, with more of these as we move forward into the future. Not a whole lot of people even streaming now, like just in the HEX ecosystem, but there's some out there that I like to watch. I like ATX Crypto. Crypto Coffee, Westcott Crypto, what's this other Katie? I think it's KDP. There's some females out there. Young dude's name is Fubu Finance. He's good. Johnny Chaos. He usually goes on other people's streams. He doesn't stream himself, but he all over Twitter. There's quite a few people out there that I like to tune into and just, listen in on when they're talking about HEX and the Pulse and PulseChain and PulseX in the ecosystem. So, just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm telling y'all, watch. Y'all gonna see. You're gonna see. It's 2023 now. Wow. This internet really sucks. Damn. Anyway, what I was saying was that the time gonna just keep going by. Like, we in 2023, it's already August. We going into the last part of the year. You only got September, October, November, December. You got 4 months left for 2023. Then it's 2024. Then it's 2020. Like, the time gonna just keep going. And it's what you do with the time when you have opportunity. That's the most valuable time. Like, right now, with these prices going down and down and it keeps going lower, man, watch the replay of this and listen to what I was talking about, just taking $50 or $100 and buying at lows. You already know HEX did a 10,000X, so if you bought anywhere near the low, whatever you put in near that low is you got 5,000-10,000 times that when HEX was up at its high. Come on. And HEX ain't finished because it ain't even start. So you thinking, 50 cent HEX, where's HEX going? Is it going to go to 50 cents back to the all-time high? Is it going to go to $1, $1.50? We don't know where the hell it's going. That shit might go to $10. You don't know where it's going because you don't know what the environment is going to be at the time when the bull market comes and everything's going up. You don't know. You don't know where Pulse is going, PulseX. You don't know where any of it's going, but you know it's going somewhere. Question is, how much are you going to have when it goes somewhere? Come on, man. Come on. Y'all got to pay attention, man. Yeah, these are all good folks. Randy Hilarski. Yep. RH Max. Yep. Yeah, these are good dudes. Another one is Crypto Creed. It's two guys. Forgot the dude's name. Ewok and the other guy. They're good guys. Yeah, I like everybody, man. I like everybody. Yeah, like the Bitcoin halving is coming. Like, come on, man. Like, it's so much that goes into why stuff happens when it does. And if you just look at the history, it gives you the prediction for what's going to happen. Nobody, like, who predicted where Bitcoin would go? Nobody. This internet is killing me. Nobody knew Bitcoin was going above 20,000. People thought that it would never crack above 20,000 because that was the previous all-time high. Then it did it almost 4x from that price. Nobody knew that shit. Ethereum, same thing. Went to 1,900, then it went to 4,600. Nobody knew that it was going to do that. Yeah, Broke Boy, he's another one. Yep. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm going to bed. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. So this is Let's Talk About HEX, baby, volume number 6. I'll see y'all on the next one. Love, peace, and soul.
Dom the Monko, Dom the Monko.